So it's midterm season in America, folks, and basically it just means the American public once again has to come to the decision of getting either slapped in the face or kicked in the crotch because, as George Carlin points out, it's the illusion of choice. There really is no choice. They own you. It's a corporate oligarchy. You really don't have the option of a better party because both parties are pro-war, pro-Wall Street, anti-worker, and couldn't care less about you, as it's clear in form. But there are some familiar faces that are making the return to amplify the midterm season, and one of them being Barack Obama, the delight of the Democratic Party, who was kind-hearted and spirited and gave us the hope and change, but the hope and change were really just slogans because, to his own words, he's basically a moderate Republican. And in a lot of ways, he was actually worse for the political structure than even some Republicans. Because I don't know anybody that could turn, 2 wars into 7 with a smile on his face. I don't know anyone that could, advance, warfare on poor countries that have nothing to do with us with a smile on his face. So I don't know any of those people. But, it took Barack Obama apparently to do it, and a bunch of people from Citibank, and Joe Biden was the vice president, so on and so forth. So anyway, Barack Obama made the return to amplify the midterm season, and he was met by some controversial chants, as they would say in the news media. But so this is him in Michigan here. I think this is Detroit. And obviously he's campaigning for the Democratic person that's running in Michigan. And they got the crowds there. And of course he was met by people that were chanting. And they were chanting a very popular phrase that I think everybody knows. Everybody knows. But here's the response that Barack Obama gave when he was just disrupted by them.
But this is what I mean. This is what I mean. I mean, we're having a conversation.
So you can hear people are saying, let's go, Brandon. This is YouTube after all, so I can't really actually say what they're saying, but you get the picture. Let's go, Brandon. You know what that was about. And they're saying this at a rally that Barack Obama's at, obviously supporting the Democratic Party and supporting the Joe Biden administration, saying that the Republicans are doing this and so on and so forth, but the Democrats can at least do the exact same things the Republicans are doing with a smile on your face and tell you that they're doing it for the benefit of the workers. They're basically the wolves in sheep clothing, and that to me is more nefarious than actually having a wolf, in my view. That's why a person like that's why it took Barack Obama, to take two illegal wars and turn them into 7. That's why it took Barack Obama to, destroy and cultivate the economic system against workers. That's why it took Barack Obama, the nefarious stuff that he's done. That's why Barack Obama did the drone program. We tortured some folks, as he said. A bunch of all the other stuff that he's done. He said he was going to put a soft shoe on to march with the teachers. He didn't do that. He didn't advance, green energy. He was the big frack and oil king for the longest time. But he said he was, for the science of the climate. So that's the kind of nefarious person Barack Obama is. And alongside Joe Biden and other people. And, they're chanting, let's go, Brandon. And Barack Obama's like, well, we're having a conversation, people. Be nice. Be nice. Let me play that again, so.
But this is what I mean. This is what I mean. I mean, we're having a conversation.
This is what I mean. We're having a conversation. This is no. Um, and I bet you that conversation, is, buzzwords. I bet you the conversation is not about, hey, maybe we should take all the money that we harvested out of the Federal Reserve and thrown it at Ukraine and the illegal atrocity that it is. Maybe we should hold that accountable and actually invest it into the people back home. Was that the conversation you're having? Probably not. Probably not. Is the conversation, hey, we're going to defeat inflation by actually investing into the economy? Probably not. Was the conversation, hey, maybe we should get Medicare for all on the table, considering we, barely survived a pandemic and people are experiencing hospitalization and dying on a regular? Probably not. So I think interrupting that conversation was probably for the benefit of the doubt. It's probably more beneficial that they interrupted Barack Obama and his, collective buzzwords to try to manipulate the public, Democratic cult-like people to this notion. So maybe it's the benefit that they're chanting, "Let's go, Brandon."
Hold on a minute. Listen, everybody. Hey, y'all up there, pay attention.
That was probably the most, Joe Biden impersonation that Barack Obama just did. Hey, you, young person. Pay attention, Jack. Listen here, fat. Listen here. I got words to say. And America is and we're having a conversation here. And these hooligans, these shenanigans, these ragamuffin people, they're chanting words that are not controversial. I don't know what that was. That was like a cross between Joe Biden and Barack Obama there, like a impersonation within impersonation. But, so that happened. But then there was also another moment where Barack Obama was interrupted at a campaign stop. This time, however, it actually is beneficial. Because this actually had a point about the fact that the Democratic Party and most mainline politicians are leading us into nuclear war. That's not a hyperbole. That's not a hyperbole. That's not a, tinfoil hat, nutcase idea, crazy cringeworthiness. That's actually happening right now. And anti-war activists, it's very hard to find these days. It's very hard to find people that are vocal about this. But luckily, we have some good individuals in this video here that I'm about to show you who are actually going to hold Barack Obama accountable. Because one of the things that Barack Obama was best known for is overthrowing Democratic elected governments. Much like any other politician, much like any other administration in the United States. But at least, like I said, Barack Obama had the nice smile and he was able to, make imperialism cool again. That was his style. That was his trade. That was his landmark. And that's why people still adore him, even though he's the biggest war criminal known to mankind. Even though he was the guy that pretty much destroyed the economy to the point that people had to gamble on a game show host in 2016 and not Hillary Clinton. Not because of racism, not because of sexism, not because of any, buzzword, bullshit, Russia, conspiracy. It's because people were so fed up with the mainline parties that they rolled their dice on a reality star than dealing with another mainline politician. So, there was you're about to see here a couple people in this crowd here. They're going to call Barack Obama out for his war crimes involving Ukraine and how we got to the situation that we're in now and how we're aligning ourselves into the possibility of nuclear war and how people like Barack Obama, Joe Biden, the Democratic Party, mainline Republicans are not de-escalating this. They're advancing to the point of nuclear annihilation. And that is devastating on all grounds. Like, it doesn't matter how politically divided you are. It doesn't matter anything. It doesn't matter what race, gender. This affects every single person. And it's shocking that there's only few people that are willing to actually be vocal about stopping nuclear war. It's devastating. So take a listen to this.
2014! You overthrew the legitimate Ukraine in 2014! Tell us about your plans for nuclear war with Russia! Stop provoking nuclear war with Russia! You're going to kill us with nuclear war! Russia's the enemy! Russia is...
So she's making valid points. She's making excellent valid points. 2014, the Obama administration, along with the CIA and the intelligence communities and the military apparatus, overthrew the democratically elected government in Ukraine in 2014. They established a coup attempt to eliminate the government in Ukraine, to install a puppeteer government filled with neo-Nazis. We did that. We did that in 2014, purposely. None of this is being mentioned in any of the talks about, Russia and Ukraine right now. But that is confirmed that we did that. And this lady here is pointing it out and calling out Barack Obama for notoriously being one of the perpetrators to do it. He was the main guy involved in it. And you're hearing, so she's making excellent points, but you're hearing in the background, you're hearing people in the crowd telling her to shut up, telling her that Russia's the enemy. This is what happens when you completely brainwashed an entire cult-like society. This is what happens when you purposely propagandize people down to a bone. That an individual that's trying to stop the aggression to the point of nuclear war is being told to shut up in a crowd full of people. That's downright sinister. And that's devastating to me. That's devastating that our entire society acts like this way. That the idea of de-escalating nuclear war and trying to get to a stable of peace, a stable of diplomacy, trying to actually get things back to normal is demonized and vilified by the rest of the people in this room. It's just downright degrading. And that is all cultivated by the hands of people like Barack Obama, people like Joe Biden, people like the Hillary Clinton campaign, people like other Democratic Party, even people in the Republican Party. Because they're all bought by the same nefarious oligarchy responsible for getting us into nuclear war. It is all part of the military-industrial complex. They're both pro-war. They're both pro-Wall Street. They're both pro-oil. They could not care less about you. They want to advance this and build the aggression, manufacture aggression to the point of annihilation, and they don't care who it hurts. And you get individuals like this lady here who is calling this out, who's making valid points about the fact that you overthrew the democratic government in Ukraine, installed a neo-Nazi faction, which pretty much perpetrated us to getting into this conflict in the first place, and now you're adding more to the fuel to the fire to the point that's going to end up with all of us dead. Why are you provoking nuclear war? And he's trying to hold Barack Obama accountable, and the other people are telling her to shut up. That Russia's the enemy. You need to shut up. You're being rude. Let me play that part again.
Hey, tell us about your plans for nuclear war with Russia!
So they're telling her to shut up. They're holding signs in front of her, trying to shield her out. This, again, political parties are like cults. Political parties are like cults. Because when common sense of not getting us into nuclear war becomes threatening to the rest of the people, that's how you know they completely sunk themselves in to the political cult machine. That's how you know they're deeply entrenched in the propaganda of the Democratic Party, the pro-war Democratic Party, the Democratic Party that's going to annihilate you for political gain and don't have God-given shit about you. They couldn't care less about you. They're anti-worker. They're anti-rights and freedoms and civil liberties for anybody else, but they'll annihilate you because they want to fearmonger you, and people are sucked in to believe it. And individuals that want to de-escalate it are told to shut up. People that want to stop nuclear war and live normal life, they're being told to shut up, that you're a Russian asset, that you're silenced out of society. They want her thrown out. They want her thrown out because she's interrupting. She's being mean to Barack Obama, the guy who has a Peace Prize next to his kill list.
Mr. President, there's more.
So now somebody else is going to also call him out. And like I said, it's heartbreaking that there's not more people like this. There's not more people that are vocal about stopping the intensified military-industrial complex. The military-industrial complex that we were warned about from Dwight D. Eisenhower in 1950, that we knew all this time. We knew about the Iraq and Afghanistan invasions. We knew about all the illegal wars and atrocities that have been happening abroad. We know this out in the open. But now, because of the deep-rooted cult-like nature of the political establishment that has taken people and entrenched them into their propaganda machine, to now the point that we have like a collective cult-like death wish that we're supposed to self-sacrifice ourselves because somehow this is going to own Russia. It's going to somehow own Russia, that we annihilate the entire planet in the possibility of nuclear armfare. Like, I can't believe people are so unbelievably brainless and clueless to what they're saying here. And how there's not more people that are speaking about this. So thank God for this lady, and then the next person you're about to see here, who's also going to call up Barack Obama.
There's more people that are going to get hurt if we go into nuclear war. Right now, we're on the verge of nuclear war thanks to what you did.
So the crowd's going to try and drown him out. The crowd's going to try and drown him out for stopping nuclear war. I kid you not. This is insane. This is goddamn insane. You've heard about twisted cults before, but this is like the most outrageously grotesque motion of a cult. The fact that someone wants peace negotiations, someone that wants to live a normal goddamn life and not be in fear on the possibility of being extinct from a nuclear bomb attack, that should be common with every single person. But someone that willing to speak out about this at a political event is getting booed and silenced out, and they're trying to overtalk him and trying to kick him out. Like, the mentality of these people is disgusting. It's disturbing. I don't even have words. to say to these people. They're so deeply entrenched in the Democratic Party cult behavior that they don't even know what the hell they're saying. They don't even know what the hell they're even doing. That they're part of the problem. They're also the ones that are trying to advance us into nuclear warfare. And they're saying that's a good thing because Russia's the enemy. Unbelievable.
Ukraine in 2014. Why won't you tell the truth about what you did to overthrow Ukraine in 2014?
So they're chanting, throw them out. Throw them. I can't fathom this. I really can't fathom this. This is like, I don't even know. I don't even have words for this. Two people that want to de-escalate nuclear war and is holding the powerful accountable. Because the powerful are the ones that are purposely perpetrating this and manufacturing to the point of nuclear war. They need to be held accountable. They need to understand that we're not self-sacrificing ourselves for your political gains and destruction. This is downright disturbingly disgusting. And people are chanting that these two should be thrown out for holding accountability, for being anti-war. I can't, literally, just downright disgusting.
Will you tell the truth? Will you tell the truth?
There is a process that we set up in our democracy.
Yeah, but we're on the verge of nuclear war.
So Barack Obama finally chimes in. He says, there's a process that you could do. There's a process in our democracy. Is there? Because no matter what we choose, there's always going to be a war. Like George Carlin said, there is no choice. It's the illusion of choice. Being Republican or being Democrat, they're both pro-war. They're both pro-Wall Street. They're both anti-worker. There is no goddamn choice. And I think it's a little useless to be worried about an election when there's a missile attack happening and destroys all mankind and all living nature on this goddamn planet. You fucking worthless coward. You are one of the perpetrators that got us to this place, and you had the nerve to stand there and say, well, you just vote. There's a democratic process on how to do it. Don't disrupt people. I can't freaking believe this. I mean, the AOC video was already disturbing enough. AOC that campaigned on being anti-war. She said out in the open, she said in multiple interviews, she was voted in to be the ruckus that was going to end the wars, end the corrupted regimes that, the regime takeovers and the nefariousness of the military-industrial complex. She called it out by hand and is now preaching for it. She's now preaching for nuclear annihilation. Same with Ro Khanna, same with Bernie Sanders. There's very few, very, very goddamn few people. And I am deeply disturbed, outraged, and grotesque on that. How is it that someone like me, only people like me, or Tulsi Gabbard, or Jimmy Dore, or, people of the great, how is it only certain people are the ones that are actually calling out this BS and stopping the aggression of nuclear warfare? How is it that we're the only ones that know better? How is it we're the only ones that don't want to self-sacrifice ourselves for political gain? That's not even part of us. That's part of them. I'm not self-sacrificing myself so the establishment can lap themselves to the bank. You fucking evil, nefarious, luciferic piece of crap. And all these sheeple, and yes, I'm going to use that term, sheeple, because that is what you are. They're trying to throw out anti-war voices. They're trying to call out the nefariousness, the evil, the bloodthirsty trenchness of these sick people that want to kill the innocent overseas for capital gain. And you cheering on the military-industrial complex because somehow it's the correct thing to do as a Democratic follower. You are fucking garbage. I can't believe it. I really can't believe this.
You care about the lives of your supporters? Will you tell the truth before the world walks into world war?
And they're plotting what Barack Obama said, not plotting what this guy to say. They're plotting what Barack Obama said about, oh, there's a Democratic you got to vote. Yay, our leader said something. I can't. Literally. I can't even watch any more of this. I literally can't even watch more of this. I have no words. I literally have no words. Like, it's downright degrading, disturbing, disgusting, demonizing that people can go to this length, that people will entrench themselves this far down to try to silence out anti-war voices. Like, you know, I remember when Fahrenheit 9/11 came out. That was the Michael Moore documentary that came out about the Iraq invasion and the Twin Tower attacks, and it was a fantastic documentary. And you know, there was times where people were calling out the Bush administration for advancing warfare in Iraq, and there was people that were big Bush supporters that were saying, you know, how dare you, that's nefarious, you have no respect for the people that died in 9/11, yada, 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 and so on and so forth. So, and, you know, the people that were supporting the Bush warfare, you know, they were called out. They were called, you know, how disgusting it was. But now the tables have turned to the point that the Democratic Party is basically, you know, reacting the same way that the Bush administration did in 2001. Like, it's amazing how the tables have turned. That the Democratic Party is now so craven into war. That this is happening. That once upon a time, this used to have been the Republican side of things. And the Democrats were kind of the, oh, we got to give peace a chance. Now it's completely reversed. And it's downright disturbing. Like I said, there's only very few people, these two brave individuals, which I, you know, give them a round of applause for doing that. I don't know who they are. I wish I knew their names, because thank God, kudos to them for doing something brave and miraculous like that. Because you see the reaction in that room. Like, you know why there's nobody else willing to call this out. I just can't believe this. I can't believe this, that only certain individuals are willing to actually denounce the possibility of nuclear war and to enter into World War III. Like, nobody voted for this war. Nobody wants to be in this war. Nobody wants war, period. So why in God's name, why in the hell would you be standing in a room applauding people that are advancing warfare? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to ask that entire room. I want to take that microphone away from that podium and ask those people that. Why the hell did you take the time out of your day that you could have done so much more productively? Go hug your kids, go take a walk. Do something else more productive than this. Why the hell did you take time out of your day? If you don't want to be in warfare, why the hell are you supporting people that are wanting to advance it? And if you are the people that want to go to warfare, then why aren't you fighting the battle yourselves? Why don't you go enlist then? Go enlist and fight in Ukraine then. Go see how well it turns out. Because us normal people, us non-cultist political outsiders that just want to live normal human lives, don't want war, don't want World War III, don't want nuclear aggression, and are trying to do whatever they can to de-escalate, have peace negotiations, and just leave countries be. You know, we already got enough fucking problems in the world. Annihilation should be the last of them. We should not be escalating ourselves and getting ourselves into a cult-like death wish to self-sacrifice everything because of political gains and capital gains and the military-industrial complex. It is downright disgusting and disturbing. And, you know, I'm not a religious man, but this is almost demonic. Like, I don't know what it is. I really don't know. I'm just deeply disturbed. But thank God for those two. Thank God for those two voices that are willing to actually do what they can, have the courage, and stand up against the tirade of the military-industrial complex. I think they deserve way more respect than they got in that room.